Hello everyone, Ex-Aviation Cadet Sabir Shah here again for my channel Aviation Cadet, and today I will again talk about more evidence that has been sent by Indian media in order to prove that this was not a false flag operation, the Pehalgam attack I'm talking about. I did a video just 2 days ago on the same incident and presented my point of view. And my point of view is not on the behalf of government of Pakistan or Pakistan Air Force or any of the Pakistani. I'm a lone wolf. I'm just doing my own research. I'm taking it as a hobby because this is my field as being an ex-fighter pilot enrolled in Pakistan Air Force. So the power of observation is there. And again, the punchline, I could be wrong. I could always be wrong. So one thing is clear, that the new evidence released by the Indian media, raw-backed Indian media, has come up with different kinds of new videos to back their point of view. And again, there's a famous saying in English that once you tell a lie, in order to conceal that lie, you have to speak 100 more lies, and the lie has no feet. So eventually you get caught up somewhere. So there's new evidence. Let's talk about the previous video I did a day ago. That is like about 30 minutes long, so I don't want you to go through that video. I will just give you a short cut about that video. That my theory is that this incident, whatever has happened, and I've given my condolences to the victims as well. So this incident, the video evidence shown by the Indian media, backed by RAW and their government of India, is not filmed at the same time, not filmed on the same date, not filmed on the same day, and the place is the same. The only common thing about all these videos is that the place is the same, and some of the people who were in video, the second video and the third video and the fourth video, were not even at the time of incident. So the people who were at the time of incident may not be in videos sent later. This was the whole conclusion of the previous video. First of all, the new video that surfaced is made by a YouTube channel, JIST. So, courtesy to them. And one of their female anchor person, she went to the site and she showed how they reached to Pehalgam and how they reached to the specific place where the attack happened. And she showed around everything, and the new evidence that I collected is from that video, basically. So one thing is that my previous video, in which I had no idea where this base is, in the sense that this is a mountain base. It's you could say a meadow located at the foot of different mountains. So I had no idea about the directions. I didn't even go through that one. I just used the previous old clips by just searching Pahalgam zipline. And I got to know the direction of this this area, and probably from where the guys who came in. So as compared, so again I'm using my other phone where I've kept a few notes. I would add 5 new things from my previous video while having this GIST video, and then I will add 5 more things to the previous video. Now, number 1. The man running falls, and clearly the shooter was at his back and claimed by the woman in GIST video. So as now we have established that the zip line travels from south of the place to, okay, I'm taking the bigger poles, south to north. It could be southeast, east, or northwest, west. So I'm just saying, from the zip line origin to the zip line end. So the attack has happened from the zip line's end, as claimed by India Today as well. Their reporter was there, and he showed the place, the stairs from where the shooters came in, and one jumped off the tree. Wow, son of a monkey. And shooting happened at the landing place of the zip line, initial shooting, and then they started running, coming towards the main entrance of the area. This is claimed by the Indian media, and the distance of that one, I don't think so that someone can cover in 10 to 20 minutes easily. That's pretty long distance, but anyhow, let's not go into those details for now. The first thing is, so the guy in the video zipline video, the running guy, which I said that his wife was running after him, so he's running for his life. Just a joke, but the shooters shot, and you can Google it. You can do all your research. You can talk to any people who are at the shooting experts. Yesterday I said that he was in downslope, and once you're in downslope, your body tends to move forward. So all your not to tumble down like Jack and Jill came tumbling down. It's a natural phenomenon that people tend to get their body, if it's a slope and the body's inclined according to the gravity, so you tend to get the body back. So once you fall, most of the times you fall at your back. That's one thing. That's the downslope. Second thing, today, another thing, because shooting was happening from his back. So once he was shot, and that you can Google, that any person who's shot from the behind, from the back, will fall towards the shooter's side, not forward. Because action and reaction are equal but opposite to each other. So once the body hits you're moving forward, your body hits you, your body stops, and it falls back. So even if that guy was shot, shooting was from the backside. That's one the upgrade on that guy's thing. While in the same video it's been claimed that shooters were already in the beginning of the zip line, because the pictures being shown from the second video is the guy is kneeled down. I don't know whether he was tired or what, but whatever, you can make any story out of any picture once it's not being from the spot, it's taken by someone else. So there's no way that the perpetrators can run from one end of the place to the other end in such short time. That this guy who is running, and he is running, of course the shooter has to be faster than him, and then reach opposite to him to the start of the zip line and start killing a few people. You saw a headshot with a military guy right laying down over there. So anyway, that was first point. Point number two, the big balloons were gone. Yeah, I did point out the balloons, those big balloons where people get in and start to roll around. Really fun, done that many times. There were two balloons in that one, but if you see the video later on made by Mr. Zakat, the cousin of Adil Shah, who got shot by the militants, as per claimed by Indian media, he tried to snatch the gun out of their hands, and Zakat was his cousin, so he also saved two of the kids and BJP's leader, someone, and then put them on the shoulders and got them to the safer side. He didn't ask their religion, no one asked their religions, but he did what he had to do at the time, so salute to him if he's done that. So this second guy, Zakat, his video, when he is talking to the Hillbury woman and the other one who claims her face is full of blood, and the one in the red and her husband is shot dead naked, butt naked, with an underwear on, a tattoo on his right thigh, and military camouflage shirt on top, and one jogger is off, one sneaker is off, and one is on as well. So in this video you could clearly see, you could clearly see that one of the balloons is missing at the back. And these are not small bodies, and these can't be hidden behind anything closer to the camera. The camera is pretty much very clear, wide angle, and you can see even that the V shape, which I thought was a bungee jumping, but I couldn't figure it out what that was. Sorry, the trampoline, because in China we have the bigger trampolines with a V-shaped rod, and then kids go up and down on those ones. So one of the balloon is missing. So I don't know how that happened, because it can't be punctured even, because it's solid material. It's not filled with air. The walls are very solid. Even if you take all the air out, it doesn't get flattened like any other inflated balls. So that's missing. And why is that missing? I don't know. I mean, these people should have put to this is why I say that these are not located at the same time. Okay, so this was the second thing. And the third thing, let me check. Yes, the entry of Adil Shah as savior. Adil Hussain Shah, my name is Sabir Hussain Shah, his name is Adil Hussain Shah, his cousin was Zakat Hussain Shah, so we Shahs are rocking Kashmir too. He died, he got 4 shots as per his father, 1 in the neck, 2 in the chest, and 1 on his right arm. So he was shot maybe from a close range, 4 shots, so, and he tried to snatch the gun from the people. This is very important because his entry, why he died, because in the movie, the video posted by JIST, she's trying to implicate that this was a ethnic-based murder or something, in which he credited Adil Shah. At the end of the video, she also said the same thing. Oh, this was a Hindu-Muslim murder thingy. It's up to you. You guys divide your country into these minorities. I don't give a damn rat's F about that, but that was not the case. Because all these, in the same JIST video, all the people she interviewed with, they were saying, one of them even said that Adil Shah had a choice to act against those people because this is their backbone, because this is the business they run at the moment, which is a good thing India did for Kashmiris to, this is such a beautiful place, so why not earn from here? So all those people who were looking for other options, to be a freedom fighter. They're not militants, they are not terrorists. Those who fight for a separate Kashmir are freedom fighters as per the laws of the United Nations Organization. The UN resolutions clearly call them freedom fighters. They are not called as terrorists, not as militants, but taking life of any innocent person is wrong. And you have no right to take life of any innocent person. So this is not a contradiction. We'll not talk about that at the moment. Other thing to keep in mind. Number 4. Yeah, that was about the same pants guy, the ones whose pants were off. I have a theory which I'll describe at the end. Number 3, Adil Shah, and number 4, the pants guy, and then I'll put up my theory at the end. And number 5, the crime scene had been changed in most of the videos. As I said, the balloons were not present on this on the second video they surfaced about those 2 women. One was eating bhelpuri and the other one shouting about her husband. Then there was a guy sitting on the table, and he was like sitting like this, and this guy comes up to him and offers him water. And that was one. So if you look closely, that is claimed to be after the police hasn't arrived yet, the military forces haven't arrived yet, any help hasn't been arrived yet, and these are all the local people. So this video was allegedly made after, once the terrorists, so-called, they escaped, and after that one, this video is between those times. So it is about, as per claim, I'm saying, is that 2:20 to 2:30. That's the time. So you can see all the chairs, you can see all the tables. They were not toppled. Nothing happened to them. But in the JIST video that she's showing with a really sad tune at the back, I will give them 10 out of 10 for the presentation. As I said, they know how to play with them, but they faked a lot of videos. They should even talk to the JIST guy. They would have made a better zipline video for them, At least some people would be shown like this, but there was nothing of that. So the trampoline guy was still jumping. And there was a goat, by the way. That goat is also present in this woman's video. And that goat is man, and you could see that goat running. Initially I thought it was a dog, but later on it came to it was a goat. And there was a dog too in India Today video. There's a kind of German shepherd dog. He's also in the video, but this was a goat, white goat. So the goat was present there. And the next day, which is claimed by JIST that they went there the next day, and they shot that video over there, which clearly shows my direction awareness by seeing just the video. And she showed which video was filmed, and I already said that from which angle which video was filmed. And later on again, so the crime scene had been changed, and these chairs were toppled and tables were upside down, like there's a big stampede has happened. But we can see clearly that until when Nazakat, the cousin of Adil who died, when he was making the video, there was no such rush. This is what I was saying from the day one. I mean, there was no rush panic being seen. So either one of the video is wrong. One was made even after this one, because she claimed that it was on the very second day. The JIST anchor person, she claimed that they went the very next day to the same spot, and it looked empty. And you can see her shadow. And I could clearly see that this was a morning video. So these are the 5 points about my previous video. Now let's move on to the new evidence from the JIST video only. They showed the whole area. How difficult is it for a person to go from Srinagar to Pehalgam? And she said it is about a 90-minute car drive. And after every 1,000 meters, there is an army checkpost checking people up. So that's why it takes about 2 hours to reach at the boot camp of this place. So how did terrorists cover that? Then, okay, by mountains. Then she showed that how difficult this terrain was, and especially on that day, because there was a big rain just 3 days ago, and this whole area was unwalkable even after 5 days of rain. rain had been 5 days ago. So she couldn't even walk. She's showing me how difficult this is to even walk. And so you telling me that these terrorists came in, they shot people, and they went away. Well, they were probably the flashes or the same Indian military guys who didn't have to hide anywhere, didn't have to run anywhere. They were stationed there. So she reaches to the main gate. She shows the entrance, and then she shows the zip line and the V sign and the small trampoline. The V sign, I call it the big trampoline, and the pink balls location, and the place where they have the snack area, where this guy was offered water who was injured. So, and the location where this woman who just lost her husband, that location is still mentioned there. So 27 people died, and they dug up only 4 or 5. Oh yes, the crime scene was dug up. They dig it up. So if you Google it, only 2 occasions once you dig a crime scene, and that's only because when you want to conceal something, hide something. And then she showed that some of the digging up places, those holes were even burned. Now, I assume, not assume, for sure, the NIA, the Indian Crime Agency, whoever they are, I mean the investigators, they dug and then burned the place down. I mean those places where the bodies were found. And you can easily mark, because it's just a huge area and beautiful camera work, and it's clear. You can zoom in on my app. I could zoom in very closely and still see things clearly because it's a 4K camera. Normally we operate at 1080. Mine is at 1080, and some people on TikTok and all of this, they use 720 MBS. So this one is at I think 90 frames per second on that speed, and with 4K. That's the highest resolution one can get. So you can close it up, and you can find those dug up areas 4 to 5. That's it. Now this comes to my final conclusion. I don't want to go into really long details. Keep that in the mind. So they labeled it a terrorist attack after whatever happened at that ground, on that ground. I think some of the army guys, they got drunk, Indian military, and they started fingering the local tourists. Now, I don't know who those local tourists were. They were Muslims or they were Hindus, or don't know. Those tourists, not local tourists, sorry, the tourists were done hanky-panky by. Indians are famous for raping anything they see alive. I mean, this is the media, not all the Indians, not all 500 are the same, but especially in Kashmir, where they have been allegedly raping women, and their army is labelized as that, and killing people and stuff like that. So again, it's an impression. So the possibility was that 4 or 5 people from the camp, from their military camp, or from their the base, they probably entered the area drunk, and they maybe started hugging a few girls because it's their territory. They say 700,000 military. No, there is about 1 million military, paramilitary people in Kashmir, and a few odd rotten eggs would do those kind of things. So they were retaliated. Once the retaliation started, they shot some fires to get this crowd away. That's where Adil comes in, and he tries to snatch the gun. Probably they would have succeeded in snatching the guns, or whatever you could say. That's why one of the military guy, his pants are off because he was dealt by the crowd. All this crowd got together and somehow got his pants off, and then it's a shame for Indians to present this thing that they are attacking a tourist spot. These rapists, these bloody idiots whose desires cannot be fulfilled by their own wives, and they come in, do these kind of things to. I can't say I could be wrong. I could always be wrong, but keep this possibility in mind. And that's why the guys were in military uniform who did this. So the crime scene has been dug up. Reason being, the bullets fired, the shells over there, and you can hear, not even altogether, you can't hear 30 gunshots. Okay, there were 4 or 5 of them. And those shells would lead back to where this bullet come from. Every bullet has a trademark. Okay, people don't make them at homes. It's not easy to make them at homes, but these would lead back to Indian Army. So the bodies are not shown because there are not that much bodies available for them at the moment, and the people who actually died, including Adil, right? Adil is buried right away, so we have his body. If you and any third party comes in, we can ask his body to come out and see the piercing, because the others would have been kiryakaram, like they burn the bodies, cremate the bodies. So that's a gone thing. But we have body of Adil, and the piercing, the diameter of the bullets going through their bodies could be seen very clearly, and I'm sure this is going to lead back to Indian Army's ammunition, and that's why they disappeared. That's why they ran away. That's why no one could find them, because they were the same people. They just went back to their barracks, told them, okay, we're going to come up, we're going to do something. They held hostage all of the survivors, because they were at the military camp. All these people, from the horses, took them back to the military camps, and they were kept there. Their phones were taken. So that's why you don't see all the videos. A tourist spot where everyone's cameras is not in his hand and a piece up to his ass, taking videos, and yet you don't see many videos. Selective videos are coming out, or those videos which have some problems, they're remaking them, doing all the things together. So this is my conclusion, that this was a local inflicted tourist retaliation against the brutality of some drunk army personals, that there were a few tourists killed by the Indian military, and that's why they created the whole drama. And that has no legs, that has no feet. They're expending the lies, but they can't cover the first lie they've spoken. Speak the truth, tell the people reality. Thank you very much. See you next time. Allah Hafiz.